Hi everyone. Well, today I'm making one of my classic favorites. It's a creamy spaghetti carbonara. And there's a number of reasons why this is my favorites, but really this is a go-to meal for me in the kitchen. Just like in football, a quarterback will have a go-to wide receiver that he knows if he throws it to, the guy's going to get a point. Well, here, this meal gets points in the kitchen for me. And it does it for a number of reasons. Number one, it tastes great. Second of all, I could probably have this meal knocked out of the ballpark by the time I'm done this beer. Now, your mileage might vary, of course, but generally I can have this done in about 15 or 20 minutes, which is really convenient. And third, it uses a few key ingredients that I usually have available in the kitchen. First of all, it uses Parmigiano-Reggiano, which Parmesan cheese, you probably have it at home. Of course, you want to use quality Parmesan cheese, and more on that later. And second, it uses bacon. Now, for today's episode, I'm going to use a smoky bacon, which I think makes this meal taste a little bit better. But if all you have is just bacon lying around, that's cool too. I think you'll be really happy with the product. So stay tuned, watch the video. I think you're going to be happy with the meal. And if you choose to serve this to your family or friends, I think they're going to be really happy with the final result. Cheers. Okay, let's go over our ingredient list. First, like I mentioned before, Parmigiano-Reggiano. This is really important that you get a quality Parmesan cheese. Now just look at this. This is a really big size brick. And I think it actually has it stamped right on the back. There it is, okay? So I got this at, a store that sells things in large quantities, let's just say. And although it's kind of expensive at first, this lasts forever. This is the bacon that I got from my butcher. It's smoked bacon. And these are actually really big slices. I mean, for the size of that. But I'm going to cut these up into smaller pieces, and I guess, maybe about that much in width. So that's going to go into our frying pan. And I'm getting a little bit carried away here with the garlic. I think there's about 6 cloves there. Now you can obviously go with less, but we're going to fry the garlic, so it's definitely going to mellow out, and you're not going to feel that. It's just going to add a lot of depth and flavor to the meal. And I love using a garlic press. Right, you just put the garlic in there, and it kind of it squishes it out, and that's just it's just my little tool for you. If you can get one of these, it's just going to make your life that much easier. And then 3 eggs. Okay, I've got salted water here on my range, and so that's going to come up to a boil, and then I'm actually going to use with it some whole wheat pasta. Now, this isn't really the healthiest meal in the world, and so I'm going to use this whole wheat spaghetti to kind of offset the fact that I feel a little bit guilty about all that bacon that I'm putting in. Now I've got a fairly deep saucepan here that we're going to start frying up our bacon in, and that's the first step. Okay, let's get the bacon on there. Now I haven't put any oil into this pan because there's just enough fat in the bacon that we don't need it. All right, let's have a look here. Sizzling away. We don't want it to be crispy here. We just want to cook the bacon and render some of that fat out. Turn the temperature down. Probably want to do this on about a medium. Okay, now I'm just grating the Parmesan cheese. I need at least a cup of it, so that's gonna require some elbow grease here. This is a pretty heavy brick. Okay. Nice. Okay, see that? Let's change this up. Look at that. That's fluffy, grated Parmesan cheese. Beautiful. Okay? All right, next step is we've got to get in our eggs cracked and into the bowl. Okay, our 3 eggs are in here. Now we have to beat them up with a whisk, preferably. Next thing is, I'm going to take my grated Parmesan and I'm going to add as much as this egg mixture will reasonably accept before it's no longer really a liquid. Okay, so I don't know how much that was. Doesn't really matter. You just gotta, okay, that's really thick, okay? I might even add just a little bit more. Okay, I'm gonna save some to put on top of my pasta, okay? So this is more, almost a paste. No, not quite. I mean, it's just, it's got a lot of Parmesan in it, so that's it. I'm not adding any more. Okay? I wanna add my garlic right in the middle. Okay, I'm gonna fry up that garlic. That's about, 6 cloves worth. It's a lot, but let's get it fried up. And I just wanna brown it a little bit. And you can see that my water is boiling here, so I'm also gonna add the whole box of pasta right in there. This is our smoked bacon. You can see there's garlic in there, and that's done. And the last thing will be for us to grab about, I don't know, just over a cup of the pasta water. Do not forget this step. This is really important. This is gonna help keep our pasta nice and creamy, so don't forget that. So now we're just gonna dump that into a colander and then take the pasta and dump it in here. Okay, here we go. Now, this is important. We've gotta work quickly now. This is off the heat, okay? There's no flame underneath there. And we've gotta mix this up really well. And then we're gonna use the heat of the pasta noodles to cook the egg Parmesan mixture that we made, okay? Look at that. Okay? We start mixing that in. Now, it's really important that you have this off the heat, or else this is gonna make scrambled eggs, and we don't want that. So, just mix this up. And as you go, add a little bit of pasta water. That's gonna stop the egg from cooking and drying out. It's gonna help melt the cheese because the water is hot. Okay, we're gonna add the rest of our egg and cheese mixture. Beautiful. Okay, and again, more pasta water. You can hear my daughter there in the background. She's pretty excited about having some of this too, I'm sure. And so look at that. You can see that the sauce is nice and creamy, and the cheese is melted. And the last thing that we want to do is season this with salt and pepper to taste. And I'm not going to tell you how much to put in. You can figure it out based on the proportions used. And there's the final product. I just chopped up some basil leaves, put a little bit of Parmesan on the top, and served it on a plate. I hope you enjoy it. What do you think of your spaghetti carbonara, Abby?
Good.
It's good?
Yeah.
What did you just say? It's... Take your fork out of your mouth. What is it?
It's very good.
Very good. You like it?
I like it.
It's delicious. I love pasta.
Yay.
I love pasta.